Hi there, Malcolm here with my 239th Booktube video, and today I'll be bringing you a review of Star Wars, The New Jedi Order, The Dark Tide Duology, Onslaught and Ruin. These are from the expanded universe, which continues the Star Wars story onwards. This is now 25 years after the Battle of Yavin, when Luke Skywalker blew up the first Death Star, and Disney haven't got their grubby little mitts on the Star Wars universe yet. Not that I count anything they have done as anything to do with Star Wars. Anyway, by this point, Han and Leia have got married and had 3 children. The twins, Jason and Jaina, and later on Anakin, so named as it was Leia's way of dealing with the fact of who her father was. And she's finally come to terms with the reality of it. Luke has also got married to Mara Jade, formerly the Emperor's Hand, who was sent to assassinate him, but ended up falling in love. Leia did a stint of being Chancellor of the New Republic and has recently relinquished that role to a Bothan by the name of Borsk Thalia, who's a right dick, very anti-Jedi and indeed anti-human. Not that I can blame in the way that the non-human races have been treated up to this point. And in the New Jedi Order series, there is an invading extragalactic species called the Yuuzhan Vong, who have come to cause a bit of mischief. And in Book 1, Vector Prime, a significant character from the films is killed. And so there's a great fallout from that, with much grieving and not a huge amount of appearance from a certain character. Trying to keep it vague and spoiler free for you there. Anyway, in Vector Prime they were able to stop the apparent foothold that the Yuuzhan Vong had got, and that might have been it. However, the Yuuzhan Vong have come back, they've given up their softly subtle ways and used the IDF approach of annihilating every living thing in their path, while breaking every war crime there is. This is set over 2 books, and having read them back to back, I really can't remember what happened in one book and the other. Although I can say that in the first book, the main Yuuzhan Vong commander doesn't really feature until near the end, and then has a more significant role in the second book. But effectively, we have our heroes dotted over several planets as they're trying to stop the Yuuzhan Vong encroachment, as trying to work out more about this mysterious alien species. There's also a representative from the New Republic who has gone to go and speak with the Yuuzhan Vong leadership and try and understand from their point of view and see if we can't just talk it out. And so it's told from several points of view. We go back to the original site of the Yuuzhan Vong from Vector Prime to see what else is going on there. And we go to some other planets. One, there's an archaeological dig where the ancient remains of a Yuuzhan Vong has been discovered, along with some artefacts. So they go there to find out more about that. And we very slowly learn more and more aspects about this race of beings. Significantly, that they are immune to the Force, that the New Jedi Order cannot affect Yuuzhan Vong, nor are they able to predict anything that a Yuuzhan Vong is going to do in battle. And these guys are quite proficient warriors, and their armour is partially lightsaber proof as well. So whereas before the Jedi had overwhelming advantage over all their foes, these guys are more on an even footing. And like I said, I really enjoyed these. It's interesting to see how the passage of time has gone. A lot of the heroes from the films and the early books are all retired now. Wedge Antilles, for example, he was leader of Rogue Squadron. He's now a retired pilot, but still very much important in the role of the story. Master Luke, although head of the Jedi Order, is very much having to take a step back, acknowledging that those that have come after him have had better training from Dot thanks to his efforts, meaning that they are arguably better Jedi than he is, because he had to work it out on the fly, and with a Yoda who's gone a bit senile. And the Solo kids have grown up a bit. Jaina is now flying in Rogue Squadron, who are very much enjoying having another Jedi pilot. Jason is having a bit of an identity crisis, trying to work out how he fits into this new galaxy. And of course, while he's trying to have this self-discovery, there's an invasion going on. And young Anakin, who's I think 14 at this point, is proving that he is just as much a significant Jedi as anybody else is. There's a few side quests, subtle missions. There's one about a Jedi who goes rogue to try and find a weapon of mass destruction, which kind of doesn't really go anywhere, but does give Anakin a little bit more time to flesh out his character. And there's this ever-present sense of impending doom. The Yuuzhan Vong are on several planets now, and not only do they conquer these planets, they then start terraforming them to their own needs, desires, as well as enslaving the population in a very insidious and irreversible way as well. And these are first-class villains. These are first-class villains, which we're still waiting to see on the telly. highly recommend the New Jedi Order so far. I've only read the first 3 books, but each one has been fantastic. And they really nicely build upon all the preceding books, whether it's the Young Jedi Knights or the Thrawn trilogy, even the rubbish ones like the Blackfleet trilogy. And Michael A. Stackpole has also written quite a few of the X-Wing books, and so his space battles are also first rate as well. So lots of exciting action, lots of decent character development, and a nice churn out of revelations about the Yuzong Vong, what they can do, how they operate, how their technology works, or what their technology is. Booktastic. And I also like the fact that both books are arguably individual. You can read all of book 1 without it feeling like it's part one half of a duology. Obviously there is more to come, but effectively the story in the first book is kind of wrapped up, and then book 2 takes that a bit further and comes to a conclusion, wrapping up the duology very nicely. So booktastic, 3 for 3 for the New Jedi Order so far. So there you go. Have you read the New Jedi Order yet? What was your favourite book if you have? Or are you interested in reading it? I think I have the whole collection now. All 17 books, and I think there's a few short stories in there as well. So that's going to keep me busy for a little while. Comments down below, please. But as usual, if you have nothing nice to say, then please keep it to yourself. Thank you. Like, subscribe, and other YouTubey things if you want. And until next time, see you later.